Hi guys, Big Mon D here, and I have another Dota 2 OP combos video for you. Today I want to do a little bit of talking about damage over time, otherwise known as DOT. Now, the thing about DOT is it's not scary, even though a lot of players don't realise how much damage it does. Now, the downside to damage over time is it gives you time to react, gives you time to heal, gives you time to get out of experience range, gives you time to be denied by neutrals or your allies. But the problem is you don't notice it immediately. Sometimes you can have a scary amount of damage applied to you before you even realise your health is going down. If you watch your character closely, you can see the effects on them. If you have a look along the bar down here, you can see the effects on them. But if you're in the middle of a fight and you're concentrating on dodging attacks or you're positioning or something, you're not quite paying attention to what's applied to you. Sometimes you can have damage come in that's enough to kill you, and you could still be in a fight. So that's where DOT's dangerous. Quite often, damage over time attacks will kill you after you've won a fight. So they're quite hard to push against, because the enemy will just throw the odd little bit at you, and before you know it, your health is getting quite low, even though you don't notice any significant health reduction at once. Now, I've pulled up a quick team here, and every single one of these characters has some form of damage over time. Venomancer's got an amazing damage over time. His Poison Nova, with the Scepter, it does 108 damage per second for 16 seconds, which does a total of 1728 damage. The issue with that being that it can't deal lethal damage, so the lethal has to come from something else. So there's 1728 damage from the Poison Nova. The Plague Wards can apply a damage over time Poison Sting, as can Venomancer, which deals 20 damage for 15 seconds. So 20 damage for 15 seconds, that's 300 damage. Straight away we're up to 2000 damage. Venomous Gale deals 100 damage initially, then 90 damage for 15 seconds. Sorry, that's total damage. So 190. So 190 damage altogether. So we're up to nearly 2200. Then we've got the Eye of Skadi. Forget the Eye of Skadi. We don't need the Eye of Skadi. That's just the slow, so we don't need to worry about that. Just double check I'm not missing anything. I thought the Skadi picked up the poison damage, obviously not. Okay, fair enough. So, we've got 2200 damage over time being applied to just from Venomancer, and that's mostly AoE damage. The odd one you have to point click, but mostly AoE. Viper, he's got he's got some poison damage applied by his poison attack, and it's not very long duration, but it's significant. His corrosive skin applies damage over time for 4 seconds, and his ult is damage over time. So 5.1 seconds, 145 damage.
Your top tower is burning.
So it's quite a decent amount. Necrophos is a really killer one because he does 1.5% of your health.
Your top tower is under attack.
And if we put a Radiance on him, he does 50 damage per second as well.
Fire.
So if they spend 10 seconds in a fight, that's 500 damage just from the Radiance. Just from the Radiance. I mean, it's just... That's just ridiculous.
Your middle tower is under attack.
So Dazzle also has a poison here. It'll give 320 damage over 10 seconds. So again, all of these abilities we can stack on. Huskers is a bit different because it adds stacks, and each
Your middle
stack,
tower is on fire.
Basically refreshes duration, so we can be doing up to Just give it a dealing. I don't think there's a max stacks. But you can be doing like 200 damage per second for 8 seconds with this if you get enough hits on it. This is what makes Husker really dangerous. I mean, a lot of heroes, they'll get in close. And let me just demonstrate this with Pudge.
Ah, good idea.
We'll get Husker in, and we'll start hitting.
First blood.
Oh, didn't mean to do that.
First blood!
Okay, let's try it with Sven.
To place their trust in me.
So Sven, let's attack with Husker.
At once.
Let's take a look at this. We've got 8 stacks. That's us doing 200 damage every second. And really close. You see how that nearly killed him? He was about half health when he backed off. And it still nearly killed him. So this is how Dot can be so dangerous. Now this is going to be quite difficult to demonstrate because I want to demonstrate to you how stacking dots you can blink in, you can initiate, you can spam your dots, and you can dive out. Now demonstrating that on my own is going to be really difficult because I have 8 heroes to control and there's only me.
Yes.
I roam.
But I'm going to try. I'll do my best. Necro, his is all passive anyway. I'm just going to hide him down here under the trees.
Ask and you'll receive.
Duty calls.
And as soon as Pudge is up, we'll start this.
Here I come. Not yet.
We'll start getting these up. You notice I've got a blink dagger on
Time yet.
Venomancer, because what we're going to do is we want the perfect situation. I would say from this is that we want we want the enemy to go on Viper with this team. We want them to go on Viper because then they're going to take damage from the Nether Toxin and the corrosive skin.
Not yet.
And what we're going to do is when the enemy team initiates on us, they're not going to know that these plague wards are here. So these plague wards are going to apply damage over time. The corrosive skin's going to apply damage over time, but I'm going to blink in, poison nova, venomous gale, and then back off. And let's say that's going to apply over 2,000 damage to all of the enemies just from Venomancer, which is enough to kill Pudge, enough to kill Sven, enough to kill Dry. Now they're not got great items, but even still, you can see how this would this would be devastating, absolutely devastating. But the trick is that we can all run off. So if I go like that, and if we put those on control group, excellent. And if we put these ones on another control group.
Oh, yes.
For some reason I can't put those on a control group. That's funny.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Okay, so
Things are
we've got all the
heating up.
allied here, all the friendly heroes on a control group anyway. So let's start spamming out the wards.
Your top tower is on fire.
The reason we've got a Manta is that the illusions get the passive effect, so each illusion is going to apply its own dot to another hero. Would be nice if we can micro to make sure we get it on every enemy hero, but that's not realistically going to happen in this. Put a couple more up and then we'll start the fight.
I'm not ready.
So what we're going to do is we're going to assume that the enemy heroes we're chasing Viper. Viper has come down here. Venomancer happens to have stacked up some wards ready, seeing that Viper was heading his way. And after that, the fight's going to break out. Venomancer's going to blink in, apply all his stuff, and then run off. And I'm going to try and apply as much of the dot as I can, but the point is I want to demonstrate that I can apply the dot and run. And there's just too much damage over time to do that in this case, because there's only me and there's 8 heroes to control, but I'll try.
Yes, more.
Your bottom tower is burning. Your bottom tower is under attack.
So now we see plenty of health, start running, but they're already dead. They've already got that damage over time, and that's what makes Dot safe. A lot of people, when they play damage over time characters, they don't realise a lot of the time that the enemy is already dead, and they'll stay fighting, and they'll stay fighting, and they'll get killed themselves. They need to really be aware, when you're playing damage over time heroes like this, you need to be very much aware that the enemy may already be dead. And you can safely back off, and they'll just die. So you can get yourself out of a fight. But this is combining damage over time heroes like this to mean that the enemy takes a huge amount of damage over time, even after they've backed off, can be absolutely devastating. Because by the time they realise they're low, they're already dead. And it punishes the enemy for not being super aware of how much damage they are going to take. So please, guys, try this out. Any hero that does any type of burn or poison over a long duration, this will work with. So get on with a couple of your friends. Venomancer is a really good one for it. Phoenix is as well, because he can apply it over quite a wide area. Viper is because he can do, if you want a single target like his ult, 5.1 seconds, 145 seconds for each tick. Necrophos is a really good hero for it. I mean, everybody loves Necro. The Heartstopper is a pain in the backside, harass. But yeah, try it out, guys. Let me know what combos you come up with. Let me know how it goes for you. And as always, I'd appreciate your rating on the video, good or bad, if you found it useful or not. Let me know what you thought, guys. Thanks for watching. See you soon.